I was always that girl. I just didn't know it sometimes in my past, but other people sure did know it. And they sure to make sure I knew that I didn't know it. So in came people's humbling tactics, people's bullying. I was bullied a lot, especially by unambiguous black women. And you would think that because those were the women that I wanted to be friends with, just because I was black too. I thought I'm black just like them. I just wanted to hang out with the black kids. But I just never felt like I fitted in with the black kids, even though I was black. I was thinking maybe it was because of a culture difference, because I grew up around white people, because my grandma used to always say, "You talk white," to me and my brothers and sisters, because we are the military brat kids of the family, because our dad joined the military, everybody else stayed in the hood, but he decided to move us around, so I grew up around white people, and hence my white girl accent, if you will. I guess that's what they call it. So anyway, I was always that girl. I just didn't know it yet. I think even I remember when I was living in Japan, I was in eighth grade. So how old are you in eighth grade? So I just remember looking in the mirror at myself one day, and I was taken aback because I was like, oh wow, I actually look pretty. I actually look really good. Is this what people see when they look at me? I was like, whoa, I will never forget that day. So but but there was something in me that was sad and depressed, and I think it was a lot to do with my mom and how she treated me growing up, because she didn't treat me that well. She didn't compliment me. She didn't show me affection like that either. There was always some drama with her and some female in our family or at church. My mom is what you would call a femcel, I guess, a narcissistic femcel, and you know, I only remember up until like I was hitting puberty and boys were starting to like me, is when I noticed an extreme shift in us. I remember when we stayed at my grandparents' house for a while, and I got sick. And this school, I had a lot of male attention. It was crazy, because I was a new pretty girl, and the guys would just flock to me. And my mom peeped this too. Everybody peeped it. you know, I never got compliments from family members. When I think about it, it was just kind of funny. But everybody saw that I was getting attention. Um, I used to feel kind of guilty about it only because my sister wasn't getting it. And me and my sister were pretty close. I always felt some type of way about those type of things. It's sick when grown people are jealous of a child. It's really sickening as an adult thinking about those things, but that's something that a lot of pretty girls dealt with growing up. Grown people being jealous of them. It's that shit used to happen to me so much. I dimmed my light a lot especially when I would go to the black the hood basically. I remember consciously doing things to not look so, because it's like no matter what I do, I will attract attention. I don't know if it's my aura, my energy. I could be saying nothing, and somebody would randomly come up to me in the store and just start a conversation with me randomly, and just they say there's something about you that just, I don't know. I make people feel at ease or comfortable. I don't know what it is, but people gravitate towards me. People are drawn to me, and it's been like this my whole life. Um, and then I was blessed with a body on top of that. I have a Coke-shaped body, so I remember in college, as a matter of fact, I wouldn't wear shorts and stuff. And my gay friend, would tell me, "Why don't you wear shorts? You got a nice body. Why don't you show it off?" And a lot of it was also religious reasons because, I was a Christian back then. And, but a lot of it had to do with, and I wasn't even aware that this was dimming down your light. I was just doing this just so I don't make other people feel bad. And that's part of my people pleasing thing. I cared so much about what other people thought of me and at all. And I cared about other people's self-esteem and stuff, like, because I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm not blind. I know if I were somebody else looking at me, I would be like, whoa, too. Even when I had a female that I was around and she had a guy with her, like a man, I remember not even trying to look the guy in the eye. I would do some awkward things just to make sure that they don't think that there's some type of flirtatious, because I noticed that people think I'm flirting when I'm not flirting. I don't know if it's my eyes, the way that I'm looking, because I look at people in their eyes when they're talking. And I've been told my eyes are very unique and intimidating and attractive, and, so people just think I'm flirting with them when I'm really just being nice. So if a girl's with her man, I will do weird things. I noticed I would, even if my cleavage was showing, I would raise my shirt like a little bit, make sure I would do certain things just to make sure I'm not attracting him. Because I have caught females' boyfriends looking at me. This happened to me today at work, as a matter of fact. And it was because in the position I was in today, there's this couple that works there, and I just remember every time I would look, there they were staring at me right back, and I'm like, but your girlfriend is right there. But okay, but this happens to me all the time, so I get it, you know what I'm saying? But I've done the most to not attract attention, and I'm done with that, because it's like, why do I have to do any type of dimming of my light for somebody else? I am not responsible for somebody else's insecurities. I'm not. That puts me right there where they're at if I keep doing that, because eventually I'm going to look up and I'm going to be right where they're at, because I kept allowing them to let me dim my light to the point where I got used to it. And my natural true self, what makes me the happiest is when I'm dolled up. I censor beauty. I love being pretty. I love being a girl, feminine, and all of that stuff. I just love everything about being beautiful. That's what I center my life around. I have multiple, things that I center, but beauty is one of the things I center. And when I was younger, dimming my light, and caring what other people thought, I did things that, like, for example, I love my 4C hair, don't get me wrong, but my internal beauty standard is honey brown, long hair, whether it's curly or straight. I switch it up sometimes, but I love 4C hair, but I prefer to wear my hair with, at least until my real hair gets to a certain length, because my internal beauty standard is long hair in general. It's always been, since I was a kid, I've always had it. I loved long hair. People always used to tell me, you got the right face for a shortcut, like a bob and stuff. Hairstylists will always encourage me to get shortcuts and bobs, like, you got the right face shape for it and everything. I wasn't trying to hear none of that. My mom was the same way. My mom will always be like, you look better with short hair. Why you want long hair for? Thinking back, that might have been humbling tactics. As an adult thinking back, it might have been humbling tactics. I can't prove it, but I always preferred longer hair. So I wear clip-in extensions while I'm taking care of my natural hair, so it can get there, or so I can wear my natural long hair. You know what I mean? I'm getting there. My hair is growing, y'all. It's for those who are true subscribers and follow me. You guys know I've been trying to grow my hair, and it's been growing. It was a little under my earlobe, but now it's at my neck area, so we getting there, y'all. I can't wait till it gets to like my mid back. I am working so hard to keep my hair healthy, so I can stun on these hoes with my natural. I'm gonna stun on them with my Yaki clip-ins right now until it's there. So yeah, y'all, I'm goofy in real life. I like to have fun. I like to have a good time, and when you're attractive and you're goofy, you're funny, you have a personality, you're sweet, people notice these things because they're already looking at you. But then when they see you interacting with other people, I'm always laughing and in a good mood for the most part. And a lot of people don't like that. There's a lot of people who just do not like me, and they don't even have a reason not to like me. So they just do passive aggressive things around me. Like, I can't peep game. Like, I can tell when somebody doesn't like me. You don't even have to say anything. It's your actions, it's your behavior, it's you talking to everybody else except for me. That's like the most obvious giveaway for me. Like, people don't learn. People don't get it. It's like they don't understand that that's a dead giveaway, that you're feeling some type of way about this person, insecure about this person. I don't know what it is, but you'll speak to everybody else except me. And I'm talking about somebody very specific, but it's actually multiple people who do this to me. And a lot of men, I noticed, will do this to me, and it's usually men who I don't acknowledge all the time, but it's not on purpose. It's just because and I think they feel almost rejected in a sense by me, and that's probably why they tend to do that to me. There's this guy right now at my job that I swear I'm convinced that he has feelings for me at this point, because lately he's been avoiding me like crazy. Even when we would cross paths, he would either turn his head or act like he's talking to somebody else around him so he doesn't have to say hi to me. I'm just like, I don't know if he feels rejected by me or what, but I'm not ignoring people on purpose. When I see somebody, I speak. I shouldn't always have to be the one to speak first. I get that I'm intimidating, but damn, I'm still a human being. And they always catch feelings when you don't say hi to them, and it's not even on purpose. I have never been this popular. I feel like I'm in school again, and I'm the popular girl, real shit. And there's a lot of females who just do not socialize with me, and I can tell their energy gets really like, ugh, when I come around them. I like to stunt around them harder though, because it's just like, why are you mad for? I remember before I, became the woman that I am today, I used to look up to the pretty girls that were older than me. That I wanted their aesthetic when I got older, and I am that to this day. I learned and I became what I liked, or what I saw that I liked in other females. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be jealous and just hate on her. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to learn from your jealousy, because that's clearly what you want. That's why you're jealous. You want that. You want whatever they have. Why don't you try to attain that instead of take notes, learn from them, and then become that? That's what I've become. And now, I'm a blueprint for a lot of people. People stay copying me at work. I am an influencer, not only online, but in real life. People love my thumbnails. I never went to graphic design school, but I'm just really, I like to edit and stuff. So I guess it's just a talent. I don't know, but I don't know. It's fun for me. I need to start with these because I plan on making T-shirts and phone cases for y'all. Pretty girl merch like crazy. I just have to get started. I just been so busy. It's the holidays. I still haven't gotten Christmas presents yet. I have to pay my car note, my car tags. I meant it's just a lot going on. That's why I haven't been posting. But I've been trying to keep up on my Patreon because, you guys are paid members. And Patreon is more just, it's a whole bunch of things I post on there for self-knowledge and, my daily life, what I've got going on. I got a bunch of stuff, going on over on Patreon. I got more things coming. It's only $5 a month. It's only a cup of coffee a month. But yeah, but I have always been that girl. I just didn't know it yet. I stayed with a boyfriend. I was always getting asked out, and I can't even keep a male friend long enough before you start catching feelings. I'm trying to slowly, disconnect from this one guy right now because he just told me he had feelings for me, a guy friend. And I can only be friends with guys for the most part, unless it's a woman who's already leveled up herself and pretty and attractive herself and is not intimidated by me. I've had females who I considered close friends, but they were always somewhat low-key obsessed with me in a way. But with all this attention that I've gotten my whole life, I never gave myself the same validation. Hence why I went years feeling depressed and insecure, even though I was attractive and getting outside validation. It's not, you also have to have internal validation as well. And I am in my 30s and I just came to that epiphany in my life where I'm finally at a point where internal validation is natural for me now. It's a long road coming because I have always felt some type of insecurity, low self-esteem type of thing. Because if I didn't get a compliment or something, I felt like maybe I'm losing it or something. I'm not as attractive as I used to be. Let me level up some more. My body dysmorphia didn't help either with thinking that way. I think it enhanced it, if anything. But you have to have internal validation in order to know you're that girl. And that's what it took for me. And I'm finally realizing that I am that girl. If I don't get a compliment for a week, I'm okay. I know I'm that girl. I'm that bitch. I know, like fem cells are mad or hating. I just use that as fuel, to be honest. I use hater fuel as energy to keep stunting. You know what I'm saying? Actually encouraged me to go harder. I'm doing something right. I got haters. What? For no reason? What? But how I started that journey was not only listening to like Exotical's content, not only going to therapy once a week for a whole year and just seeing a professional, but also meeting my own internal beauty standards and not giving a fuck what anybody thinks. Not even people in my family. I don't give a fuck if you want me to wear my natural 4C hair. I love my natural 4C hair, but my internal beauty standard is something else. And I was natural 3 times in my life. I went natural 3 different times. Not only could I not find the right hairstylist to do my hair, I couldn't find the right products for it. It's like they haven't invented nothing for my type of hair yet. I feel like I have the most coarse 4C hair out of everybody in the whole wide world. So it's just, anybody with type 4 hair understands what I am saying. And it's beautiful, but just not for me. I would rather wear my hair a certain way, and that's just that. And I really don't care what people think about it, because I know it's not because of self-hate. It's just because I like a certain look. I like a certain aesthetic. Actually, that's what it is. It's a certain aesthetic that I like. I kind of like the Barbie doll aesthetic, the flawless, effortless beauty look. That's kind of my thing, the effortless beauty. Simple and elegant, classy. So it was a combination of those things that helped me realize that I was that girl, because I felt better overall, getting the help that I needed mentally. Taking care of your mental health is crucial. It seems like the Black community just has this thing about getting mental help, and I don't understand it. It's so important that we take care of our mental health. Sorry, I'm driving and these cars are playing with me. But yeah, so if you want to, in order to build your confidence, you kind of have to figure out what your internal beauty standard is. Aim for that. Work on that. Work on your beauty. And don't be lazy about it. You can't be lazy and beautiful at the same time. It just doesn't work. Like yesterday, I didn't feel like exfoliating in the shower because I was tired, but I had to. I was a day behind on exfoliating, and I know I needed to do it. So I had to do it. I had to shave my legs as well. So you always have to keep up. I got my nails done the other day because one of them chipped, and usually I'll go, like if one chips, I'll take it off and just kind of wear the one off for like a week until I try to go every 2 to 3 weeks. But when that happened, I was like, let me just go ahead and get it done. I can afford it, so why not? I just always want to keep myself up. That's important too, keeping yourself up. Always look nice when you're going out, even when you're going to work. Don't be the basic Betty that comes to work, with her bonnet. And don't be that girl. Don't be that. Just always show up as your very best every time. And the effortless look, if you take care of your insides, like I take supplements, you guys. Supplements have changed my life. It has helped my skin look so much smoother. People still think I'm young. My collagen levels are right where they need to be. I'm just taking care of my internal beauty, and it's paying my internal, you know what I'm trying to say, and it's just paying off on the outside. I drink alkaline water. All I got to do now is start working on my core, my ab area, and my body is going to be banging even more, because all I got to do is get rid of this little tummy area, and I'm working on it. But other than that, I am that girl for real. Everywhere I go now, I walk with my head high. I used to walk with my head down. I can't believe I used to walk with my head down. You just have to become You have to see the best version of yourself and be that person. Just however you envision your best version of yourself, imitate that person and just be that. Have discipline and just be that. Do whatever it takes to be that person. And you will be that person once you put in the effort, because beauty is effort. So just take care of yourself, take care of your body, make sure you're eating healthier, wash your face twice a day, always floss and brush your teeth right, exfoliate, take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your hair. Always make sure your hair is done when you go out, at least, because you never know the type of opportunities you're passing on. In LA, I always get stopped by photographers wanting to take my pictures for free. I've had white guys approach me about certain things. You will get opportunities coming your way if you attract attention in the right areas. But if you look like Basic Betty just walking around, you're not probably gonna get noticed like that. And that's just the society that we live in. You kind of have to play the game that we were thrown in. This society, you know, idolizes beauty, and that's just the society we live in. You kind of have to play the game to your advantage. Pretty privilege is real. It's very real. And pretty women who are aware of their pretty privilege tend to use their pretty privilege to their advantage in life, because it's a very real thing. Real pretty women, because there's a difference between real pretty and made up pretty. And I'm not even about to get into that, but if you know, you know what I'm saying. But you know you're really attractive if you don't get a lot of compliments. And I'm saying this because I've noticed something. When you're very attractive and confident, you're not going to get a whole lot of compliments and stuff, because people already think you're getting a lot of compliments despite what people may think. It's crazy because you get compliments, but you don't get compliments. Only the real pretty girls know exactly what that means. Because we get compliments, but we don't get compliments. And that's the best way I can put that. So, I think it's an intimidation for a lot of people with us. A lot of people are afraid to approach us. I've actually witnessed a conversation on the side about this, about me, that somebody was just too intimidated to approach me. But people, I do get randomly stopped at the stores, and people were just like, oh my God, you are so attractive. You are so pretty. People will come from far, the other side of the hallway, just to compliment me. But at the same time, you don't get, and like I said, if you're really attractive and you know exactly what that means, and I'm just leaving it like that. But you can't rely on outside validation. You have to have other forms of validation. Start your YouTube channels. That's one of my other forms of validation. Start that business that you always wanted to start. Go back to school, get a new degree. I got 2 degrees. I have this thing for always wanting to learn new things. So I'm building my skills and my knowledge. That's a part of me knowing that I'm that girl, and I'm independent too. I don't need a man. I just want one. The problem is the men need me. I'm not even about to go there. But yeah, I've been independent for years, so I've never needed anybody else. So I think that's a part of it too, not being dependent on others. But yeah, you guys, I don't want to make this video too long, but all you gotta do is just level yourself up and work on your mental health. That's the most important part of this. Your spiritual, work on that also. All of that stuff combined is going to help you realize you're that girl. Because you are that girl. And somewhere deep down inside, you know it. You let people's humbling tactics get to your head. You care what people think too much. You care about other people's opinions too much. You're afraid that if you do this or you do that, if you wear your weave or whatever, people are gonna be like, you're a self-hater. You can't care what people think about any of that. To be a pretty, confident woman, you have to meet your own internalized beauty standards. You just have to. So do all those things. Take care of your body, your insides, work out, level up, like learn a skill, go back to school, just learn things and buy you something every once in a while. You don't have to wait for a man to buy you flowers, buy your own flowers. Just make yourself feel special. Clean up your house so your house can feel like a queen's house. Your environment matters too. So, and just walk with your head high and self affirm, positive talk every day. Even if you have to put it on a sticky note on your door before you leave, make sure you give yourself some type of positive message to yourself every single day. And you're gonna be fine. People gonna know you're that girl. People already know you're that girl. You just don't know you're that girl yet. But you will soon. So that's all I really wanted to get on here and talk about. Basically my insecure to secure story time. Or just kind of just telling you guys how I did it. How I went from insecure to confident. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys later.